Yo, you're a whole different person when the microphones are on.
What you mean?
You just like, you just got all uppy. Like, the energy just rose. It was like, because it was here, now it's there.
You know, we had the same conversation when you did that to me.
What?
I came in, you was, I don't know if it was, I ain't really fucking with Gigi vibe.
You don't think I'm never fucking
Wait,
with you.
I just want to say no. Because there's different levels. I know when you're not.
Oh, okay.
No. I know when you're not. The Gigi ain't on time phase. The I didn't even expect you to be on time. You're here phase. You want to record now. But I've got, and then there's just cool. So there's different phases with you. I get that. You be giving me different energies, and I read you very well. But this one time I came in, you was definitely like just off me, and I was like, fuck it. We got on a mic. You made it seem like we was just kicking, having fun, laughing. And so don't come check me because
I wasn't checking you.
Yes, you was like, you're here. I'm letting you want to go here. Well, at this point in time, like for the first time, we are not visual. Like I'm not worried about like nothing right now. I'm chilling. I get to do everything that I want to do. Why not be? But
what is it that you can do? Because even in visual, you was going.
Because my ears be, I'm not, you know what's crazy? I don't know what it is.
And there's a reason for everything. Oh, they updated that.
I feel like there's a reason for everything. But I do believe that, like, well, I just think you haven't found the answer yet. Sometimes it could be as simple as a lesson. Sometimes it could be simple as a thought.
Like I'm getting older.
Yeah, but
that's never an answer. That's never a valid answer, is it?
No, because you can get health. Even though you're getting older, doesn't mean that you can't keep up with your body to maintain the healthiness that you want it to be. Like there's some things that if I went to the doctor or if I start going to like a nutritionist and there's things that I can't do about it, that's understandable. But maybe because my body could be changing, Greg, that I may need to change certain diets, certain behaviors, because that could be contributing to certain things that are happening to me.
1,000%.
And that's all I'm saying is that, like, if my body is changing and these are, I'm finding like there's going to be a resolution because it wasn't happening before. So if it changed, that means I'm doing something either I was still doing or I have changed that's making my body react different.
No possibility, nowhere in the universe, where the answer could just be, I'm getting older.
Like what? Give me an example, Greg.
I don't have it. I'm just saying.
If you don't have an example, why are we having this conversation?
Because it's like there's not a reason.
You don't think that there's older people? There's older people that are very healthy. Skin is magnificent. Like
they still got something wrong with them.
Like what?
The human body is flawed. Regardless, there's always something wrong with something.
Oh, okay. What I'm saying is, even with that idea, right? You put it in a perspective of there is always something like changing your eating habits. Because we also realize that we don't, as our body is changing, our body is not, like, I know milk is not my friend. Like cheese, dairy is not my friend. It's not my friend. But I love pizza and I love pasta with cheese on it. Like sometimes I want to put cheese on my cheeseburger. But I realize that I have to spread it out because my body is just not okay with it. But before, I was living my best life.
Living my best life.
Now I gotta go buy antacids and just so I can enjoy my time. I don't like this.
But that's what. But that's the biggest culprit of getting older, right? Like you said, there are really healthy old people in the world, right? Mm-hmm. How do they remain healthy? I'm pretty sure they taking medicine. Because without the medicine, because they have gotten older, that part of their body would be failing.
Maybe, or the medicine is not good, allegedly. Sometimes the medicine put in our bodies gives us other symptoms, other things that we didn't even have.
That is true, too.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to just put this in perspective, Greg. There are countries, which you may even know, that don't have access to all the medicine that we have.
Absolutely.
And there are people that have diseases or maybe having some ailment, but have found ways to heal themselves and still have longer lives than we have here. So what I'm trying to say to you is sometimes is that we have a pill or we have a cream or something like that for everything. But in reality, there's things that we take now that now they're having class action lawsuits for because now it gives you cancer or now your arm gonna fall off or something like that. Like you understand that this is a capitalist country where it's not always about the betterment of society. And so all these medicines that people are taking may not always be helping them.
I'm not saying that it is.
It may cure something and give them something else.
Of course.
Okay. So what are you saying?
That we get old and the parts of our body start to change.
Yeah, and as long as we keep up with it, as long as we're aware of those changes. Like, my thing is, if one of my friends, I'm not even going to, she found out that she's allergic to eggs. She had no idea that she was allergic to eggs. She used to eat eggs all the time. Eggs is one of her favorite things. But she realizes that when she started eating eggs, she would get migraines or she would break out or things like that where it was like a problem. Mm-hmm. She finds out that she can't eat eggs. And it's like, no, she can eat chicken. She can't eat eggs. That's what I asked her the same thing. I was very curious. I was like, all right. There's people that are allergic to sperm too. Like they break out. I'm serious. It's a thing.
You know when a chicken lays an egg, if there's no baby in it, that's just them having a period?
I'm screaming.
So what came first, people?
Not me.
All right, banter. All right. So, banter question for today is there anybody, as you think of your Rolodex of people who you have let smash or you have smashed, that you wish was not a part of? Anybody you could take off your list. You don't got to say names. It could be a simple yes or no question.
Is it actual penetration?
Yes.
Yes.
For real?
Absolutely.
Why?
I've had a moment where I did little pity fucks. Like I knew. I can't do it now. I have too much pride for it. But it was just at one point I was just like, you don't really deserve it, and I know you're not gonna do what I need you to do. But you know, you're great. You're a nice person, and if I knew what I did now, I would have just let him eat my vagina and just kept him over. Maybe not. Because the whole spirit is probably trash. I probably would have just throw it away. Matter of fact, I wish we could have just been acquaintances at that point. Like, because anybody that I don't want to do, because I feel like I vet my partners as much as I can, but there's a moment in time where I had lapse of judgment, and I was just like, not even on a good day. On purpose. But thank you for your services. I don't want to say, I guess they were needed because I put myself in that position. But yeah, there's definitely people that people. Yeah, there's people I
Wow, you got people that you want to knock off the list.
Absolutely. Sorry. Yeah, absolutely. Like, because at this point, I wasted a body. You gained an experience. Who won? Not me. You, Greg?
Nah, I loved all my bitches. I'm messing with you. That's a joke. But no, there's nobody I regret. I have no regrets.
Oh yeah, no.
Not a one.
Should I see you? Also, we've had different experiences in different aspects, so I think that
I've been thinking about that whole experience word. And we'll talk about it off mic. But do you think there's anybody that you're on anybody's list that they wish that they could take off? Do you wish somebody could take you off their list? That's the better way.
No, that's two different questions.
That's why I meant the second question.
I think we should answer both.
What was the first one? Because the first one didn't make sense to me.
Yes, that the same way I want to take somebody off their list, would they want to take me off their list?
Yeah. That was the only question I was trying to ask.
No, like, I believe, and then you're saying that they would want to. Like, so I think it's two different questions because one, absolutely not. I told you I'm an experience.
You think that they shouldn't want to take you off their list?
No, they wouldn't. But I believe that because of the experience that I provided to them after, meaning that I didn't want to deal with them no more.
So it's not the sex. It was you being Gigi afterwards.
Absolutely. Wow. Is that's a thing?
I guess so.
But the way you said it made it seem like that's a thing.
You say because of the way you act is the reason why they want to take you off.
Oh, I don't want it no more. I just want us to be friends, and if we can't be friends, then I just don't want to talk to you no more. Because I don't want to do it. I don't want to try to do it again. No, thank you. And maybe that's why, like, because it's like having a great experience, whether it's like a food and like you want to eat it again, like you can't wait to order it or go to that restaurant or place, and they're just like they close. But you see other people going inside. They close for you. Matter of fact, just take them off the map. It's permanently closed. If you try to Google the GPS, just say that just don't go there. It's abandoned.
That should be pissing me off when I be wanting something to eat and come to find out it's closed forever.
Yeah, for you. Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
You can't.
That's true.
So yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. But you know what? I think every experience for me, when it comes down to it, like, it's all a learning experience. Like, whether they learn from me or I'm learning from them, or understanding where I was at to make those decisions that I made, just puts in perspective of. I had a lot of things to say, but I'm gonna hold that on to myself. But just puts it in the perspective of, like, I choose my partners in a way where I always have to win in the end. It's just that even if I do win, I feel like I lost.
Wait.
What?
You said you choose your partners because, in a way you know you have to win in the end?
I will always win in the end.
Okay.
But doesn't mean that I didn't lose either.
Okay. That's a nice way to put a bow on it. That was good.
All right. Because, does that make sense to you, though?
Yes, it does.
All right. Cool. And I feel like I was going in a little bit too much. So what about you, Greg? Do you think that
absolutely
that people want to take you off their list?
Sure.
Why?
Not because of sex experience, but because of everything, like you.
Oh, like me, like you. Okay, so I understand. So that's what I'm saying. You see how there's a two different thing where it's just like on a sexual experience. Hell no.
I'm him. I'm gonna toot my own horn on that one.
Oh my God, you're right. You just compared yourself to the Rose the other day.
I'm good. I'm confident in my abilities. It's all the other shit afterwards. That's on them.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So you have the same answer as me.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So yes and no.
I didn't argue with you.
Yeah, like it makes sense to me.
It's alright, y'all. You know I still love you. No, I don't. Ready?
What was that noise?
Well, I'm just saying that you have either underestimated the thought process of this woman.
You don't think I prepared?
This is too much.
This is every week, bro.
I'm ready.
The gist of this conversation is that I'm right and y'all wrong. Gigi. Hello, one and all, welcome to Convo 148 of Just a Conversation with Greg and Gigi. I'm the person that speaks first. And I am joined here by the wonderful Gigi.
Hi, everyone, and Greg.
What it do?
It feels different this time. Y'all gonna notice we're not visual, so it's like I didn't have to really worry about anything. I'm relaxed.
I want to tell y'all that I do.
What do you say? What do you want?
No,
What do you
you wouldn't appreciate it.
want to talk about? Bun?
Huh? Oh, well, you said it, not me.
What you talk about? Well, that's because we. Anyways, I feel really comfortable. I don't have to worry about like my outfits, my hair, and like nothing. But even though I was low key kind of ready, but I just want to see if you guys like this better. I'm so used to it now that I can't wait till we get to a point where I could just get a budget for a stylist, Greg. Don't gotta think about it. Sure, we got my outfit, hairstyle.
You'll still find a way to argue with them.
With the person that's.
Yeah.
Why would I do that?
Because you're a control freak.
Moving on. Yeah. So outside of that, this week has been busy. I've been working. We had like a little snowstorm out here in Jersey, so the governor likes to call state emergency, which I didn't have a problem with because I felt like it wasn't safe. So I happened to be able to, work from home, but then still went into the office. And I know that I'll be trying to tell you I don't really like it, but I like what I'm doing now. And it's not just what I still don't know what they're trying to have me do. It's the idea that they're helping me, put me in a position to help create, fix, and understand processes. I like that, and they want me to fix it. I know that was just, y'all don't care about that, but it made me feel good. Like, this is where you can use me, because let somebody else do that. Anything else?
And she talks to herself.
I'm thinking, yeah, because I'm usually talking to y'all, but I don't got nobody. I mean, Greg. I came, and I'm happy about it. I think that's why I'm a little relaxed.
Whip the fucking do for you.
Hey, Megan. First night of January. Shout outs to me. It's no nut November, dry January.
I don't believe none of that shit.
Well, I nutted, and it felt good. How about you, Greg?
Fuck you. I'm happy for you. Oh, yeah. Jealous, but happy. How am I? I'm okay. Yo.
What's up?
I've learned that I have a difficult time like bragging about myself or talking about accomplishments.
Like, how did you see that, if you don't mind me asking?
So I've been applying to jobs and been on job interviews, and yeah, it's just been, first off, getting your shit together after working somewhere for so long.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
Yeah, because you got comfortable and already have an understanding of how people perceive you, so you don't really have to try, because they already have, an expectation of you. But someone that has no idea who you are.
Yeah, it's like you got to make the best first impression.
Why you ain't? We could have did like test runs.
I did.
Oh, just no. Oh. Damn.
It was better to do those test runs with people who've had the position already.
I wasn't trying to say that, but I've also understood that like sometimes they know you, right?
No, because that's not the help I needed.
Okay.
It was more about what kind of questions they're going to ask me in regards to the job.
Understood.
And they already had the job, so they was able to easily. And good thing I did, because I knocked those questions out the park.
Understood.
So it wasn't necessarily like, tell me about yourself or what is your greatest strengths. First off, interviews have changed because they don't even ask those fucking questions.
No, they don't care.
No, they care about what are you going to do for this company.
Yeah, and what do you see yourself doing here?
And I'm so glad that my boy helped me
Okay.
because that shit was gonna go left quick.
And so when it comes to, because where we are is not that, because obviously those wasn't the problems. It was the idea of you being able to brag about yourself.
Yeah.
And yeah, you do that on here all the time.
Yeah, but this is different.
How?
Like, I don't know, because I gotta brag about myself in the job interviews, like the jobs that I'm going for. I gotta brag about myself in a way where it's not comfortable for me because I'm used to being in the I won't say in the background, but it's just naturally things that I do that I don't pay attention to every day. So, like if like leadership positions, they want to know how you're going to lead. What's your leadership style? How you going to like maximize the team's potential to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
I do that on an everyday basis at my current job.
Yeah.
But it's just that I don't pay attention to the fact that I'm doing it. So actually putting it to words and making it sound concise was difficult for me to do.
I understand that, and that's why I wished you would have had that conversation with me, because if you even understood the conversations that we've had as this podcast has progressed, those were the questions that I was asking you, so you were able to see that. As our podcast has gone through different phases. And then every time, who has been the head of it? And every time I have questioned you on your thoughts, your process, and how you want this to be, if you wanted it to be a way, although this is a partnership, I've asked those questions for you. And that's why I was just like,
No, for sure.
If you were to, and by all means, I don't need you to need me to be there for you for everything.
She does. There's no camera. I was about to look into the camera and say she does.
Well, that was your decision. But I'm saying is, I'm probably one of the best people to help you find the best things about you, because that's in my nature. Okay. Great.
I don't think I'll be helpful for you either because I don't know you on a professional level.
But I know you on a professional level. Yes.
Somewhat. I don't think you've seen me as a worker.
I have.
Where?
When you work, and I've seen you work, and I've seen you how you interact with people.
Interacting as a supervisor with the
I've
supervisor?
seen you interact with people. You have your meetings.
No. What?
I know that you.
You compared to. Definitely has a better understanding of my professional skill set than you would.
Okay, so I want you to know that businesses love professional, but now we've gotten to a place where they need to find personable things that allow them to find, because everyone can be professional, Greg.
For sure.
Something can be taught, it can be something that can be read, it can be something that could just be like easily just told to you to do, and you can do it. It's the idea that when companies are, it's do you fit into our culture? And that's what I'm trying to say is like, I get those professional conversations that you had, and like I said, I keep bringing it to the point where you should talk to me, and I don't. I'm off that. It's the idea that sometimes having conversations with people that can see you in both lights can allow you to go into these different places where that was one of your key points, even in the industry that you're in now, is that you are
Josh
personal.
knows me from both points. Though.
Oh, yeah, shout outs to him.
That's the only reason why I picked him.
Pick up, shout outs to him.
But yeah,
I think you're doing a phenomenal time that you're being able to see.
I'm sorry?
I like that you're able to see what your flaws are and what you need to work on so you can better yourself in this process.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, sorry, Greg, for cutting you off. Continue.
Yeah, that's about it. Frustration still happens. Now, like, want to go with the topics?
I mean, I think you should say it with your chest, Greg, and tell them how you really feel.
Nah.
Why not?
Nah, we straight.
Oh, it's too many ears on the hotline?
Nah, they know.
I don't know. And
You
they don't
do
know. Well, the people that want to know, because you brought it up without bringing it up, now want to know, Greg.
No, you brought it up. I said let's move on to topics. And then you went into the extra dialogue. When you listen back, you're going to agree.
It's just one of them days.
Woo!
You and me.
I can start.
Okay.
So all the bombshells that's been happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got Cat Williams airing out the comedians,
Yeah.
especially black comedians. You got Diddy, all of his allegations that's going against him right now, and you could point to numerous other things that is happening in what we used to consider Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
You see the quotation marks?
Yes.
Hollywood.
Well, no, they can't see it, Greg.
Oh, well, I was talking to you.
Oh, okay.
Why do you think, in like today? Because for a while, there's been rumors that all of these things already have been happening, but now it is like at the forefront. It is in our face. Like you can't even run away from it. Why do you think now Hollywood is being exposed?
The power dynamic has changed.
Oh, speak to it.
Okay.
You thought it was gonna be a boring topic. It's not.
No. Well, why did you think that?
Because when I said it to you, like,
I had to think about my thoughts on what I was gonna say.
oh, I apologize.
Yeah, girl. If I thought it was corny, I would have said. Great. That's why I'd have no problem saying that to you. I think that there's so many avenues where people can go into their acting careers, whether it's on numerous platforms that I don't need to name, but everyone's like aware of at this point. So it's like there's no place where there's no more gatekeeping in this avenue. Like you can now be as creative as you want to be and put it out to the masses without any backing. And if it creates traction, it does. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. So now those situations where I had to be so accepting and no longer have that weight upon me, my career, my livelihood for me and my family, I'm telling on niggas. But I think it's a catch-22 because it's just like if you knew it was wrong and you stayed and you allowed yourself to continue to be in this, to aspire to be the star that you are or the celebrity that you are, but now you have the opportunity to talk, but you still gain that status. So it's like,
it's hypocritical at that point.
I think that if you wanted to remove yourself, then you could. At any point in time, you could have said no. Now, would that have been the detriment? Possibly. But it does.
Wait a minute. This is coming from you?
What do you mean?
You are saying that these people, and I'm gonna give my answer too, but you're saying these people had a choice. Because that's never been your stance.
No, I think, well, okay. Yes and no.
That's always your stance.
Yes and no. Because I think that when you're in a situation and you really want something really bad and you're at the point where no matter the cost, you're going to do it, there's people that will accept those. Accept those ideologies. And then there's some certain people that find themselves in those predicaments not even understanding like that was how they're going to get there. And they still accept those predicaments. But at one point, at any point in time where you felt uncomfortable, and regardless of what it is, we've seen, people that may have said no and how it may have spun. So I get it. I get that you're scared of the consequences. But for the individuals that stayed in it for years, and now you've gained the profits. Now, do you or deserve that money? Yeah. I mean, I guess you did what you had to do it. But now you also want the same person to pay for it. But you got your money now. So but I also believe like people could be manipulated. So it's like I'm indifferent to it because I could see both ends in it. And I do believe that individuals like that should definitely pay for the position that they allow people to, or put people in order for them to be successful. Like, this person is talented, but now you want to take something from them that they don't want to give because you want it. That's fucked up. And sometimes they're usually younger at that time too, right? But at the same time, even older people depend on their maturity or their level of their, even sometimes, I don't want to say respect for themselves because I feel like you can still have respect for yourself and still be in that situation, is that some people don't know how to respond well in those situations when you're so close to the finish line, right? If this is what I have to do to get there, and I feel like that happens with a lot of celebrities, but I also feel like because the power dynamic has changed, that it allows them to now have a voice because you can't take away nothing from me because I have it now. I have the power, I have the platform, I have the voice. And you should no longer be able to do that to anybody else, and I respect that. So I'm on both ends of the spectrum. Like, I don't have a straight answer for you, so with that. But what about you, Greg?
So definitely there are still gatekeepers, just that gatekeepers aren't in Hollywood anymore. Like, Hollywood, as we know, is dead.
I think that gates are being created every day now.
It's still, you can still be canceled. And as long as you can be canceled, there's someone holding the key to the gate.
I think that that's the society that we live now, like right now, right?
That's what I'm saying,
But
right
my
now.
thing is that we, as different avenues of platforms are developing, that even canceled people can still get certain roles or be able to do certain things.
I think so.
That they were doing before, just maybe not as to the masses, but they still have a revenue base where they can get it.
So the gatekeeping in Hollywood was, to me, has always been about being famous. I think nowadays you can get famous any kind of way, right? Viral. Like, it's literally, we could be sitting on this couch and do something stupid and I upload it, I can get famous. Like, that's when I always thought about gatekeeping in Hollywood. Fame equaled was equivalent to being rich. Now that's not the case anymore. Like, you can be rich and not be famous. I mean, you can be famous and be broke. So it's like Hollywood, like I said, Hollywood is dead. But because, like you said, anybody can start. You could go to any platform. There's so many different platforms being developed every day. But because I still believe that, because it doesn't matter what platform you go to, somebody can shut you down. Like, you can still get canceled. As long as you can be canceled no matter where you're at, there's always a gatekeeper.
I don't believe that. And I do just want to clarify my thoughts in regards to, there are younger people that started in the industry that were manipulated enough where even if they continue to do it, it wasn't because they wanted to, it's because they've been conditioned. So I'm not talking about them. That's not where I'm at with that, because I think a lot of people were manipulated in situations because they didn't know better and they trusted someone and they didn't know what happened. So I want to clarify that. Now back to you, Greg. You can create your own website now. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, even being canceled, like, we now have an avenue where we don't need to be distributed. We don't need other people in order for us to be on any type of streaming device or even the TV. We now have a way where if whatever I like and you like it too, even if other people don't like it, we have access to it. It's not like something you can just shut down or no one's ever gonna know you.
Yeah, it is.
It's not.
It is. Donald Trump started a whole different social media site and it got canceled. It got shut down.
Yes, but then he'll create another one.
And he can keep creating another one, but someone can still shut it down.
Yes, but there's always going to be followers, and you want to know how it's able to be shut down? Because there's enough notice of people tapping into it for it to be shut down. If there were just 3 people there, Greg, they wasn't going to worry about it.
I know that,
But that's what I'm trying to explain to you. So,
but my thing is, it doesn't matter how many. He could start 10 of them. All 10 can be shut down.
but that's because he has followers. They understand his influence.
We're not arguing the same point. I'm saying that there is still a gatekeeper. Someone can still shut you down.
Because he's using certain platforms to do it. But if he wanted to create his own, you're saying because he wanted to create his own website, he could still try to get shut down.
He did get shut down.
Okay.
Think about how we talk about like, if you disrespect the Jewish community.
Okay.
No matter who you are, you're getting shut down.
Well, that's because they have been the dominant roles in most of the dominant industries that we have.
That's what I'm saying. So as long as that's what I'm saying, there will always be a gatekeeper. The gatekeeper has just moved. It's changed. It's not the people. It's not Hollywood. I think because of that, like you said, I think because Hollywood is the gatekeeper no more, everybody just snitching. Like, it's over for that. I'm telling you everything that happened. And y'all gonna hear me, and I got facts to back it up.
Yeah. And I also just feel like people sometimes, like, want to take that burden off of them. Like,
True. I thought but what you said was very interesting. And I've had that thought before, but it also sounds very it sounds insensitive. Like to
I
say
get that. That's why I saw both sides. But I had to be realistic about the idea. Like, there's a certain dynamic who gets it. Like I said, like there's younger people in those industries that were manipulated and there was predators that honed in on them. And for them, like I can't speak on how long they have had to deal with this, but now they want to speak on it because now they're able to. I respect that.
For sure.
It's the other ones that like you're grown, you understood the industry, and you've had a choice.
And you still did it.
And you did it.
And profited from
and you
it.
continue to do it, and you profited off of it, and now we're having a conversation about how it wasn't okay.
And my thing is to those people, and it still sounds insensitive or whatever, but to those people, I think if you want to leverage charges against another person, give up your privilege.
What do you mean?
Like if.
Because I don't think that's fair. Because the idea is that they were talented already. They just had to do things in those myths that had to prove their talent that had nothing to do with their talent.
So if somebody said, if producer A said $1 million right now if you do X, Y, and Z, and you decide to do X, Y, and Z, and then years later you like X, Y, and Z was wrong. Now I want to file charges. You should have to give back what you have to do for X, Y, and Z.
No.
That's a joke. That was a joke.
I don't think you should give that back.
But that was clearly a joke. It was a joke. But
I don't think you should give that back.
In all seriousness, though, like I just think it's a what's the word I'm looking for? I'm gonna go with the word crazy because I can't think of nothing else right now. But I think it's just crazy how, like you said, those people who are conscious of knowing of what they were doing are now turning around and are like, that's wrong. And granted, wrong is wrong, and I'm agreeing with that. But don't be hypocritical about it either.
That's how
that's what it's coming across as.
Yeah. So it's like I had to look at both sides of the coin because there are people that didn't have a choice, and I feel like there are people that had a choice and now want to speak on that. Like, are they allowed their truth? Absolutely. Speak your truth. But it's like, so now that we're here and those opportunities were provided to you, like,
are you supposed to be a martyr now? Like, I went through this so I could expose them, and now it doesn't happen.
I don't know. Nobody. See, that sounds insensitive. Well, what I would say is, I don't know, because like I'm just trying to think about having the conversation with that individual and just trying to understand because, like they knew it wasn't wrong, but there was a means to an end. Mm-hmm. But it's like if it happened on a continuous basis and you profited off of it and now we're here, because I'm torn because some people are not always mentally mature sometimes in certain situations.
For sure.
Sometimes people could have talent or abilities, but not on a maturity level be able to understand what's happening until it starts happening.
Fair.
Right? And so I get that.
I'm directly talking about the people how you said like they knew. Like they knew this was wrong.
The environment. They knew this is not something they wanted to do and they did it because they wanted something.
Yeah.
Now you got
it's
what
like making
a
deal with the devil.
Yes. But you don't like the results now that you decide that you want to do it.
Trying to get out that contract.
But you already signed it. Mm-hmm. I don't know, gang.
I'm with you. Like we are on the same wavelength. Because wrong is wrong no matter when or under all pretenses, like it's wrong.
Yeah.
But it's like
my petty fucks. It was just wrong. It was wrong. I think it was wrong. Wrong is wrong, Greg. Go ahead.
You were wrong? Mm-hmm. That's mature of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm done.
All right. It's my time.
Say goodbye to Hollywood.
All right, Eminem. All right, so mine.
I'm proud of you. Found it.
No. Don't just why you don't make it seem like I listen to music.
I don't think you listen to Eminem.
My sister is an Eminem fan. I know all the albums. Well, no, I want to say like maybe like after 2010. I probably wasn't like on it like that, but all the albums before that, she had all of them, posters, everything. I heard it, all of them. All right, so my topic is: was there ever a time that someone that you were dating turned you off and you decided that you couldn't go further with them?
Yeah.
Me too. But what happened with you?
She, to be blunt, she had a lot of issues.
Can you name like two? Or would it be too telling?
No,
Okay.
like medical
Oh. Okay.
and family.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Those are two things that you can't predict. Like you honestly don't have any control over that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And after you just keep learning about it, it's like
Yeah.
I'm good. You can't even get it up no more.
I respect that. Me, yeah, too. Hygiene. If you don't smell good,
That's fair.
I can't do it.
Yeah, that's like off the cuff.
Even if like you could be so handsome, so sweet, but if I don't like your smell,
Nigeria.
I can't do it. It's just not gonna help me. But it's different because like when you smell the testosterone, like it's different. Just like how men have like this like the smell of pheromones. Like
You would not like to go to the foreign countries of Africa.
oh, okay, I think I've been to different countries where men.
I said the foreign country of Africa.
Oh, okay.
Continent.
Oh,
I
okay.
should say continent.
Oh, got you. I stopped talking to somebody because I realized that, like, this is very telling of me. I was like the first woman of color they dated, and they kept making me feel like I was like an exception. I didn't like that. I didn't like the idea, like,
Yeah, you're not like the rest of them.
yeah. Okay. And then and I didn't like that I was always like compared to like whatever stereotype that they believed. Like I was off of it, and I was like, there's women that are like me.
Oh snap! You came from Jersey City? That's crazy. Like you here? Wow.
Greg, you're stupid. But it would be things like that, like, and I started realizing like you can't even be in my space or fathom the idea of the people around me because I'm around a lot of black people, like most of the time. Like I can't think that it's okay to date you if you keep telling me how amazing I am because you never thought that you could ever be with somebody that looked like me. And I was just like, why did I? And I just couldn't do it anymore. Another reason was I feel like I have one more. Or maybe I forgot it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to think. There's like... I'm sorry. I was thinking about somebody's breath stink. That's still hygiene.
That's definitely hygiene.
Yeah. They stuttered. And I didn't know that they stuttered like that because I feel like they talk slower. Like they talk slower when they were like on the phone or like but there's moments in time where they would stutter.
They sound like,
And by all means, I don't have a problem with, like, shout outs to y'all. It just, I wanted to, like, I would tense up because I would be like, say it. Like, just say it. And, like, I was like, I think the conversation's over. Because some things that could take, like, 2 seconds would take, like, 10. And I'd be like, I don't want to do it.
say it.
That's how I feel. There's so many reasons why I just thought they people. I'm not really.
Say it.
That's how I be feeling.
Oh my goodness. You.
All right, Greg.
No, that's terrible.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. But they look good though. But I just couldn't do it.
Say it.
Yeah.
Tell the truth.
Okay, so are you ready for the follow-up question to
Sure.
that? So the follow-up question is: are there anything that you ignored, like you knew that, like,
Those problems at first.
yeah,
Because the pussy was
You-
fire.
I didn't even get that far sometimes. I couldn't do it. Or someone that's clingy. I can't do that. I can't do the, like, I like being around my person as much as I can, but I also need you to have a life because I have a life too. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to, and I think that we should have a life together, but I think that you should have your life, I should have my life, and we should have our lives together. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't just be predicated on everything that you're doing that I'm doing too, or vice versa. I think that's too much for me.
That's true.
But I've ignored things too because it was like when I was saying, like, there's some men that I don't think are, like, I'm physically attracted to, but I just think that they're, like, they may check, like, other boxes, or they may do things I might find attractive in them, but, like, it's always about, like, turning the lights on, or I wake up and I'm like, whoa. I don't know. I need to go home. You know what? We shouldn't be here. You know, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. Like, I shouldn't have to feel like that every time.
You get here.
Nobody's supposed to. Nobody's supposed to know. I don't like that. But yeah, go ahead.
No, I told you.
But that's what
I didn't notice. I ignored everything.
Oh, I also ignored the clinginess as well, because I don't like it. I don't realize that, or certain men that come off like, what do I find attractive that I think that's wrong?
I think we naturally ignore red flags.
That's not true.
If you're into somebody,
That's not true.
I think so.
Because I think I could find someone highly attractive on a physical level. Then I talked to them and I said, this is not it.
No. Okay, can I take my statement back?
No, because it's recorded, but go ahead.
Fuck that shit. Mm-hmm. I'm saying when you're in I'm gonna say in a relationship, right?
Okay.
You're already in the relationship, and new red flags pop up. Not big ones, but just like little beep.
Give me an example.
I don't know what's a big red flag for you, but let's just say
You're talking about you. You're not. Don't worry about me. Yeah.
Because, okay, for me, right? Mm-hmm. I don't. What's this?
Inconsistency is a red flag for me.
Yeah, that's a big thing though. That's big. Like that's yeah. Of course, like no, that's gone. I'm talking about something stupid like you don't wash the mug out after you use it.
Did we? Yeah.
We're in a relationship already. Mm-hmm. We're in we said.
Okay, but when we were in a relationship, was I washing the mug before?
No, you just never noticed.
Oh, and so you ignored it, and that's a red flag.
I said a small one.
But how's that a red flag?
Something you don't like. We ignore things that we don't like about.
But I know, like, when we're talking about red flags, we're talking about things that could be detrimental.
Let me take the term back.
All right, well, because that is a really bad example, Greg.
I said, let me take the term back.
But we're still using red flags. Let's do that.
You don't ignore red flags. Why? How could you possibly ignore a red flag?
Cause you enjoy the person. You just said that the person's vagina is so good. You ignored red flags, Greg.
That's not a red flag to me.
Whoa, Greg. Okay, first
What's a red flag for you is not a red flag for me.
You're right, but I just want to tell you that then you realize that it was a red flag anyway. I'm gonna tell you that you've dealt with red flags and you stayed.
When? What's a red flag to you is not a red flag to me.
Okay, because we can do this or we cannot.
We can do this.
Do you want me to say it?
Sure, that's what editing is for.
Good job. I'm gonna pause in case we have to touch it. When old girl told you about how she felt about you sexually because you weren't able to be the type of person that she wants you to be, that was a red flag.
How's that a red flag?
Because she put you in an ultimatum situation. That's a red flag.
See, I didn't look at it as a red flag.
You did, because at this point,
I didn't.
let me
say your thing.
At this point, you was already considering it being over already. We happened to talk about it. That's how I know. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't talk to me about everything. You know what I'm saying? There's things
not true.
No, Greg, you share with me most things. You don't have, and you don't. I don't expect you to have to tell me everything.
I want to throw something at you. Go ahead, sir.
So what I'm saying is that when we're having this conversation, like, we was already in a place where you was gone. Whatever the conversation is, it brought you back.
You.
But what I'm saying is, I didn't. I literally was thought. Yeah. It was so crazy because because I'm not even gonna go in on it because I was trying to. All right. But anyways, those were already red flags at that moment because you understood that it made you question. Go ahead.
The only reason why I say I didn't consider it a red flag because I was on the fence of trying to figure out if it was or not. Because I told you about the situation and you turned me around and said, well, did you consider this? Did you consider it? As I started to consider it, that's not a red flag. That's just her voicing what was bothering her. That's what I took it as.
No, I think that what you didn't see was a red flag was that she didn't understand how new the relationship was and that the idea that your dynamics and your thoughts about her wouldn't have changed, but maybe the goals at this moment may have not been so immediate. And so I think that instead of her making you feel guilty, I feel like she could have found ways to help her work through those feelings. And I felt like there was and that's not only, there were so many situations in that situation that said, Greg, exit, go. The fire is on. You are looking at me smiling and your house is burning.
You're not wrong. Only in this situation.
I know that. That's the only situation I'm going to be able to bring up.
But there were other flags that I probably should have been taken down and been like,
yes,
I'm not saying you're
but you ignored them.
Oh, excuse me. Fair.
And that's what I'm trying to say is that there are moments in time because certain people hit certain boxes where it's just like, okay,
I'm just saying these are the immediate. I didn't think that was a red flag.
Okay, in that specific example, and I don't want to go into other examples because I just feel like it's too much.
But in the situation.
But I think that that was just the foundation of the cake that I was baking for the red flags that were already just starting from that, even before that moment.
For sure.
And so that's what I was like, and I only bring that up to say, yes, you've been in a situation where you have ignored the red flag.
I said fair.
And so I'm saying I've done it too. Shit. Relax.
It don't feel good, do it.
Relax.
It don't feel good, do it.
Relax. Because I've admitted it. You don't gotta.
I said fair.
Yeah.
So I have.
Okay, but you're admitting it after
I moonwalked.
Yeah, you had to. Yeah.
I did.
Okay, so I'm just letting you know that. So but I've also been in those situations where I ignore that too, because there's certain boxes that I feel that have been checked. And I'm like, these can sustain me. But my problem is that I realize that the other boxes that have been crucial to what I actually need in an individual, they're not checking off. And at that moment in time, even though like they're definitely telling me like, stage 5 clinger, you need to walk away. It's not there for you. I'm still the person that's still showing up with cookies like, you want to eat some? So I've been there too, Greg. I've been there too. As long as those people I took off the list.
Them flags be looking amber instead of like full blown red. Like
No, they red. You know it's not right.
Like fuchsia. It's not really
Yeah, no, you know it's
full-blown
not right. It's not. Ain't nothing right about it. Yeah, I'm ready.
Well, all right. Welcome to the end of this conversation. We end every conversation with a part of the show called New Dialogues, where we talk about something that we found interesting this week. You got anything?
Yes, very simple. I had a lot of thoughts today, and it was just like, don't be what everybody wants you to be. Be who you want to be, because when shit gets real, you're going to realize that it's not on them, it's really on you. And when you die, it's just going to be you. So live your life the way that you want to, not how people want you to, outside of the idea that people want you to be great and want to support you and be the better version of yourself. But you got to wake up and look at you in the morning. You got to wake up and you got to want to do whatever you need to do to be great. And so think about that first. Everybody else's thoughts is subjective, because that's how they feel about them, how they feel about you. You just got to feel about you the same way. So go be great with that. How about you, Greg?
I like that. I got two. One, Lil Dicky released the album. Shout out to LD. Go check that shit out.
That sound crazy.
LD? Lil Dicky? Dave Bird?
And you still going. I just want.
That's my guy,
you
yo.
said Little Dicky, LD.
It's
like
Lil Dicky. It's not little. It's Lil Dicky.
Oh.
LD. You know my mom's maiden last name is Dicky?
Shout out to that.
Thank God for Nelson. That sounds like a real rough life.
The way that you saying Dicky sounds like it should be fine.
LD, my nigga. He white, but
I wish we had visuals today. Oh my God.
And also, don't step on my point either. I'll cut your mic off.
Okay.
I'm talking to you.
I know. I'm the only person you can talk to.
Okay. Yo, listen. Life is about compartmentalization with your thoughts. There is bad shit happening all around us, but there is something good happening as well for you. And I would challenge, I would implore, I will pray that you would try to find the strength to only focus on the good, because those bad things are going to I was about to say swallow. Those bad things are going to eat you alive. And we don't need that in 2024. Focus on the good. There's good things happening in your life. And I know there is. So you can focus on those things and you'll be straight.
Can I say something now?
Don't step on my point.
I can't say nothing on it.
Because you're going to step on my point.
I'm not gonna step on it.
Okay,
Can I
go
just say something towards it?
Sure.
I think that experiencing the bad allows you to understand the good that you have.
Sure.
And I think that if you are able to acknowledge and learn from something, and if you're not able to, yes, compartmentalize that, but understand that it's going to be something that may or may not be reoccurring in your life if you don't heal from it. So,
Step on my point. See that? Y'all see that?
I think that focusing on the good will definitely keep you motivated, keep you going. But at the same time, if you don't heal on the bad and you don't realize how it got bad or when it got bad, and if it's a you, them, or he thing or she thing, you may be in that same situation again. You might be in the greatest space, but those things that you may have compartmentalized may be reoccurring factors that you still haven't learned from, and now you're living the same life, but in a better house, with a better car, but you're still dealing with the bullshit.
It happens.
Well,
I'm not saying don't ignore it. Deal with that shit, but focus on that good shit.
Stop petty fucking. Don't petty fuck nobody.
Oh my gosh. And that is how we're going to end this one. In the show, Gigi.
Oh. I'm so used to
Oh my gosh.
I was like looking at you, Greg, like,
Have you ever been swallowed?
I wanted to say that, but you didn't want me to talk.
Swallowed.
All right. Thank you so much for making it this far in this episode. We enjoy you, enjoying us, listening to us, having these conversations, and hoping you can participate and even contribute to these conversations in the future and now. And Greg, you want to let them know how they can find you and how they can find us?
Yeah, at Greg Nelson 26 on X and Instagram, and follow the pod on X and Instagram and TikTok at JustAConvo_pod. Search us and subscribe on YouTube at Just a Conversation with Greg and Gigi, and listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Acast, or wherever you like to listen to your podcast needs.
I love that. And if we can get more followers on YouTube, I will stand up.
Who you?
I will. I will stand up. If we can get at least about 75 subscribers?
If we get 75 subscribers, we'll definitely go right back to doing visuals.
I will stand up. I will stand up. And that's all I have to say to that. And my amazing individuals, you can find me on X. That didn't work out. I know it. It's just, I usually say formally, blah, blah, blah. I was trying not to say it, and my brain stopped, so relax.
I was trying to help.
You can find me on X at GCarly7, and that's GQARLY, the number 7. And if you forgot today, if someone didn't tell you today, if you're trying to nut today, I'm going to tell you, friend, I believe in you today. And Greg and I want you to go be great. Gigi.